This video is about tips for sleep recovery. Welcome.
All right, everyone, let's jump right into today's deep dive, and we're talking all about sleep.
Oh, yes.
One of my favorite topics, as you know.
Absolutely.
We all want to get a better night's sleep, and you've actually brought in some notes today from the Mayo Clinic.
Yes.
Very exciting stuff. So clearly you're ready to take this seriously. No more tossing and turning.
That's right. We've got to get to the bottom of this.
Okay.
And I think what's great about the Mayo Clinic's approach to sleep is it's very practical. You know, they give us 6 concrete steps to try to improve our sleep. But before we even get into those, I think it's important to understand that good sleep isn't just about feeling energized the next day.
Okay.
It's truly foundational for your health.
Okay, so maybe I have been downplaying this whole sleep thing just a little bit, but I'm all ears. What's the big deal?
Well, you can think of your sleep like a nightly reset button for your entire system. You know, one of the things that the Mayo Clinic highlights is that poor sleep is linked to an increased risk of all kinds of health issues, like heart disease, obesity, and even things like depression and dementia.
Wow. Okay, I knew sleep was important, but that really puts things into perspective.
It's pretty wild, right?
Yeah, so it's not just about the dark circles under my eyes after all.
Not at all. Even one night of bad sleep can throw off your hormones and make you feel off the next day. But let's actually get into these 6 steps that the Mayo Clinic recommends,
Okay.
because that's really where the magic happens.
Perfect. Give me the roadmap to dreamland.
All right, step 1 is all about consistency. The Mayo Clinic calls this step sticking to a sleep schedule.
Okay.
And it's really about training your body to have a regular sleep-wake rhythm.
So, like clockwork. But what about weekends? Can I sleep in just a little bit?
Of course, you can be a little flexible, but the more consistent you are, the better. Aim for 7 to 8 hours each night. No more, no less.
Oh,
And actually, they emphasize that oversleeping can make you feel groggy, too.
interesting. I always thought more sleep was always better.
Yeah, that's a common misconception.
Yeah.
And here's a tip I learned the hard way. If you're lying in bed for more than 20 minutes, unable to sleep, get up and do something relaxing until you feel tired.
Yeah, you know what? I've definitely been guilty of just lying there, willing myself to fall asleep. Maybe a change of scenery is what I need.
It can make a big difference.
Okay.
All right, step 2 focuses on what you put into your body, food and drink awareness. And, you know, we all know the basics, right?
Yeah.
But the Mayo Clinic points out that even being too hungry can disrupt your sleep.
Okay, so no late night snacking raids on the fridge. Got it. But what about a glass of wine to unwind before bed? I feel like I've always heard that that can help.
Yeah, that's actually a bit of a sleep myth.
Oh.
While alcohol might initially make you feel drowsy, it disrupts your sleep cycles later in the night. It messes with that REM sleep, which is really important for feeling truly rested.
Oh, so it's like a wolf in sheep's clothing, pretending to help me while it's secretly sabotaging my sleep.
Exactly. And of course, we can't forget the usual suspects, caffeine and nicotine.
Right.
Their effects can linger for hours.
So maybe chamomile tea and a good book instead of coffee and doom scrolling before bed.
Now you're talking. That leads us perfectly to step 3, creating a restful sleep environment. This is where things get really interesting because it goes beyond just having a comfy bed.
Oh, okay. Speaking of environment, I've heard about the importance of darkness for sleep. Is there any truth to that?
Absolutely. The Mayo Clinic really emphasizes minimizing your exposure to light, especially in the evenings.
Okay.
Even dim light can interfere with your circadian rhythm, which is your body's natural sleep-wake cycle.